Years as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Seattle. This is DJ Reed returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a second down and 6. Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Returning right back to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Carson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Second down and goal. Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen rolling to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 61 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Carson. Carson, the first down and more. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 51 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards. I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". They go back to Carson here on second. And he's got this down to the 35. 108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Room to run again. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On the move to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Dallas there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead. Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception. But it's 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He hits Beasley right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Allen to throw once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to the veteran Emmanuel Sanders. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Reed returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run here with Singletary, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Here's a first down run with Collins. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson rolling to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Flushed out right to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They run it with Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now it's Carson. Fights loose. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. On first down, Singletary. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Throwing now is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
117 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.